is Chelsea. I'm going to be a junior this year at the Washington State University. I'm going to give you some tips on Zoom University. Just disclaimer before I get started. I'm enrolled in the online program, so I didn't have to really worry about taking my in-person classes and moving them to online because I was already signed up for online, but I have taken in-person classes, and so I feel like this kind of qualifies me. You can really just be like, hey, this girl's full of it, swipe to the next one, I'm sure. So I just wanted to kind of like make this video because I've seen a lot of like people making back to school haul videos, and then a lot of videos of just like, we don't know what's going on, we're just like listening and for our classes to get canceled or not. Nobody really knows what's going on. So I figured this would be a really good opportunity to kind of like give some advice on things that I've learned, just general advice on going to school, and then also just kind of how to really set yourself up for success. Crazy transition. Tip number 1 is treat your Zoom classes like in-person classes. It's gonna be so much easier to literally, like, my commute used to be halfway across campus and 2 different buses to get to class. Now my commute is here to over there. It's so easy to just literally roll out of bed, log on, and be like, here. But my whole thing is like, why would you pay all this money to like not do your best and to not use your resources? But like, wake up, get yourself a coffee. It's so much easier to get coffee when you're at home because my commute to the coffee isn't across town in 3 red lights. It's from here to the kitchen and back. Like, get yourself some breakfast, pour yourself some cereal, put on some real pants. That might be pushing it, but you know what I mean. Get yourself, put on that BB cream and mascara, and like actually get ready to learn. Set yourself up to be the most productive and successful that you can be. Advice number 2, make sure that you have a quiet, secluded place, and this is so important. Listen to this advice. Make sure you have a door that can close. If I'm doing something like studying for an exam, homework, an actual proctored exam, all these things, I'm gonna make sure that my door is closed, I'm in my area, and I'm focused. And then the other thing, if you're taking an online proctored exam, you get points knocked down if there's any kind of noise. Like, they automatically assume you're cheating. Put that on the door. Say,
I'm literally going to kill anybody if they knock on this door.
Set those boundaries. Your parents, your younger siblings, your roommates, all that, and you'll just be overall way more successful and get more out of whatever aspect of school that you're doing during those set times. Tip number 3, stay organized and make sure you have enough supplies and quality supplies for success. I understand money is tight. Get a quality chair. Other things you don't necessarily have to spend a whole lot of money on. My desk is $50. You could honestly get like a small dining room table from IKEA, that kind of a thing, whatever it is. My printer, $44 at Walmart. Most of my school supplies too, like, are all from the dollar store. Like, you don't have to spend crazy amounts of money on things, but you do want to make sure that you are set up for success. So yeah. Tip number 3, go with Joe's, is lean into your community. If you are a freshman, it is so easy when you're in class to be like, hey, you got a pen? Great, want to be in our study group? Like, can I get your number? Like, it's so easy to do that. It's that easy to do that in Zoom too. You literally just have to be like, hey, should we start a Facebook study group? It's way easier to send somebody a DM than it is to be like, can I borrow your pencil? You know what I mean? When I took online classes, they always made us do like submissions of like a prompt every week. Just be like, this is my understanding of this. And then you had to reply to 3 people and was like, yes, you did a really good job. And you just BS your way through it. Don't do that. Like, actually take time. It's just like in class, it just happens to be on a computer instead of touching people. Also with that, talk to your professors and your TAs. If you don't understand something, if they have an office hours, go to them. Like, really use your resources. If you are going to pay all this money for school, you should like reap the benefits, right? I had a TA once in my sociology class that wrote on my paper, come to my office hours. He said he wrote it on every single person's paper and I was the only one that showed up, and he literally gave me an A on that paper just because I showed up to office hours. It doesn't hurt to help, or it doesn't hurt to ask for help. It's like the worst they can say is like, actually there's really nothing bad they can say. They're gonna say, yes, let me help you. We want you to be successful. You're paying our salaries. Tip number 5, stay motivated. It's already so easy to slack off in college if you don't care, but then to do it on Zoom University where it's all online and like it's so easy to just like pull up a YouTube video or to check Twitter or whatever it is, you're gonna have to police yourself into being a more successful student. And I think that's just good advice in general. Nobody's gonna teach you how to be a good student too. Side note, I was always a good student in high school. I didn't ever have to study. I didn't have to do anything. It all came easy to me. I went to college, almost failed out. You literally have so many resources. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, I don't know, anything else. Google. You could take like personality quizzes on how you study, on how you retain information, on what works best for you. There's just so much knowledge out there, and you have to be the one that says, hey, I want to be a successful student. I want to be really motivated and I want to get things done, or I see this as an issue and here's how I'm going to fix it. And that really has to fall on you, and it's a big part of growing up, so do that. And then my last piece of advice is time management. This kind of goes with like doing your own research, finding out what works best for you. For me, I have these. It's literally by the week. I rip them off if I need to. I can do by the time, whatever it is, color coded. I literally made this in Word in like 30 seconds. I can copy this, print them out, ready to go, that kind of a thing. And it just keeps me organized because it's like, it's so easy for me to be like, you clock into work, you put your uniform on, you clock into work, you're in work mode. So why wouldn't I do that for school, right? Put my school uniform on, get a little bit ready, clock in during these certain times, stick to it, and do that. And then I know for a fact that I'm spending, like, I have to spend 10 hours a week on student government things. So like that's, I know. Other things like learning, like, okay, it took me 16 hours to study for this exam. Like that's how much time I need to allow myself for the next one, or I need to be studying more, or different things like that. Using that information to your advantage and actually managing your time very, very well. I'm not saying every second has to be planned. I'm just saying like it is strict for me that I go to bed at 8 o'clock. Otherwise I will hate my life. And I won't get anything done that day. So do that. Make sure you stick with it. Be an adult. You can do it. That's pretty much all the advice I have for right now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because part of me is like, yeah, I could really do this as a thing and actually make it happen. And part of me is like, nobody's gonna watch this, so fun. If you are attending Zoom University, please put them in the comments below. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If I have any more advice, I might make a part 2. I want to do a tour of my desk / school supplies haul. Might do that. Who knows? But yeah. So I hope this helped you, and stay safe out there. Wear a mask. Use hand sanitizer. Socially distant. We can do it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.